let me be honest, it's 2026. If you're not using AI as a student, then you're losing potential. You don't need to be studying longer, you just need to be studying smarter. Smart students are using AI in order to research faster, automate repetitive work, and organize their entire academic life. In this video, I'm going to show you my top 3 tools for students to help with researching faster, learning quicker, and organizing their life. Let's get into it. Alright, first up, research. Now, let's be honest, writing essays, doing group projects, or doing research works just generally takes so much time. To fix this, of course, you can just use researching tools like ChatGPT or Gemini, but there are stronger tools for research that can do deeper work with just the same price. And one platform where you can actually do this is Manus.ai. So Manus basically just looks like a normal chatbot, as you probably can see. What you can do, you can text prompt. Of course, you can use it just like a normal large language model. You can just type random stuff like, what is the weather today, or how do I do this? So Manus can actually be used as a normal large language model, and it looks kind of like a large language model. But it is a lot stronger when it comes to doing deep research and using other sources for research. Alright, so let's now actually use Manus for a real research example. And let's use something like renewable energy, pros and cons, or something like this. Okay, so I just came up with this. Explain the pros and cons of renewable energy sources and give me a one-page summary with citations. And then we're just going to send. So Manus is now going to work just like a large language model, just like ChatGPT or Gemini would. And here you can actually see these are the real sources that it has been using. So for example, you can see pros and cons of renewable energy. Then we can click this one and you can literally see that this has been the exact source that it has used. So that's why Manus is also great for school works like essays or assignments, because you get the exact sources that it has used right here on the right hand side. So you can just import all of these ones to your essay or assignment and use them as sources that you have used. And here you can see. So we got a PDF and also this document that we can open. And here we can see we got this renewable energy, a comprehensive analysis of pros and cons. Then we have this kind of slide tool. It's actually a bit messy this time, but you know, it's okay. Key advantages, key challenges, and then we also have the citations with the real sources. So that's why I love using Manus for research work, because you get the real sources used and you get it in a much more structured format. And you get a lot of sources used, so you always know that you're using a deep research model like Manus. Alright, so now we have our first tool for researching, which is going to be Manus. Now let's move on to the second subject, which is going to be lecture and course notes. Taking notes while listening to lectures can be extremely exhausting, and that's why I like to use Otter.ai, the AI tool that lets me transcribe lectures in real time and even summarize and make notes. Now let's go check out Otter.ai and how we can actually use it in real life. Okay, so I'm right now in the making of a new Otter.ai account, and I'm just going to show you how you can do this. So first off, you just start up by putting your email and creating a password and everything, and then you can go into this. So what describes your work? And here, of course, if you're a student, you can use the student and education. And how would you like Otter to help you? So you can kind of like personalize the user experience a little bit, which is great. So for example, let's say replace manual note-taking, maybe this, and transcribe audio for interviews, and let's go next. Then just go try free for 14 days. So Otter.ai is actually a paid service. So here you can actually see. So for the basic plan, which is $833 US per month if you do it yearly. And here you can just put in your card details. Alright, and then after you put your details in, you can choose whichever kind of model you want to download. So I'm just going to download it for desktop. And of course you don't have to download it, you can also just continue to Otter.ai as you could see. And now we're in. So here you can see we can just import files, we can record, we can have meetings, we could record a live meeting, so we could paste the URL from any meeting or any video we have. We can also invite teammates if we want to have our like a group project or something. We also have Otter.ai chat, where you can just use it as a normal AI chat bot or chat model. You have integrations. So here you can integrate different apps like Slack, Zapier, HubSpot, Zoom if you want to have meetings or anything. And just kind of these basic things, and just folders for your own organization as well. So if you just start by clicking record, it's going to just connect my microphone. And so here we can just, we can actually see now, it's going to transcribe everything I say in plain text. So picture this as your teachers or professors talking about something during a lecture, and you get everything they say transcribed into real notes. And so I could, for example, just make you can make a headline, and then it is going to take everything that I've just said in here, and maybe now everything's done. And then I can just stop recording, so when the lecture is done, and then we can actually check this out. So this is just going to be a summary. Now, since I didn't talk about that much, the summary is really weak. This is the summary. So this would be the transcript of what I just said, and then I can rate it and everything. And so here the summary would be, but since I didn't say like anything, it didn't really create a summary. Yeah, and so then I can listen to it again and check word for word. And I also have like just chatbots where I can ask them about transcripts or the summary or anything. So that's why I love using Otter.ai, and I'm actually a kind of beginner to Otter.ai, but I think it's a great tool and a great tool for students to use, especially if you listen to a lot of lectures and like live lectures, for example, because it's hard sometimes to get the notes done by yourself and also listening on the same time. So that's why I think this is great. And sometimes I do still make my own notes on the same time, but I think this is just great. All right, let's move on to the final subject, organizing and scheduling. Even if you have perfect research and lecture notes, you could still fail if you can't plan or study correctly. That's where Notion comes in. Notion is my favorite organizing and scheduling tool. Now let's jump into Notion and check out the features it has to offer. Alright, so the first feature in Notion that we're going to be looking into is Notion.ai and how you can use Notion.ai. So for example, I'm going to show you this study planner that I built. So this is a simple project. It literally took me like 10 minutes to set up, and I used my real scheme for school, and I just uploaded the picture. I took a screenshot and just uploaded it and said, please create a, I can actually show you this, please create a study planner for this scheme. I actually can't see it right now. Maybe some of the memory got and so here I can see weekly goals, and I can see the plan for the week, and I also wanted to create a checklist for how I wanted to study. And you can also personalize this in many ways. Since you have the Notion AI, the AI chatbot here, you can chat with it and say, for example, if you want to change your priorities, since because I use this a lot. So for example, when I have different subjects that I want to focus or prioritize more, then I just tell it that, okay, I want to be able to prioritize, for example, this subject a lot more. And then it can optimize the study planner so that it focuses more on the subjects that I prioritize more. And for example, you could also create designs using this AI as well. So for example, if you want to have these kind of diagrams, taskbars or anything. And the great thing is, even though AI created all of this, I can still add, for example, just text or anything I want to add by myself. So I can also manually edit this one if I want to. And in Notion, you also have a lot of these templates that you can use. For example, you can just have a weekly planner. I don't really use this typically, but of course you can. And for example, if we look at this one, you can also use the AI note taker, which I love. So this kind of works like Otter.ai, so you can start recording and then you can basically go over your notes. So you basically just talk about the notes, and then you can have the AI make the notes in plain text, so you can then summarize them or just revise them as you go. Or, like I said, you can also summarize the notes, which is great. And so, for example, we can also look into the templates over here. So this is in Swedish now, fortunately, but we can. So, for example, you can see we have team schedulers, even customer support bots, and over here you can see you can have dashboards in all different types, really. So if you want to have, like here you can see Ultimate Life Planner. This one you have to buy if you want to use it, but still there are a lot of these free ones that you can use as well. So Notion actually has great template usage, and you can find free ones relatively easy. But I usually just use Notion.ai for getting my own workspaces or templates or whatever I want to build. So I would say that's the best feature with Notion is Notion.ai, since you can create these simple things and you can customize them and personalize them in so many ways and so easily. And for example, like I just did, like I just copied my real school scheme and just took a screenshot and uploaded it to Notion, and it created everything. So that's why I love using Notion for scheduling and organizing my school life. So there you have it, the 3 AI tools every student must use in 2026. Manus.ai for research,